After a hiatus, we're back on WRAL Triangle of Two. I'm Mark Bergin. He's Luis Fernandez. Luis, you are boots on the ground at the ACC Tipoff event in Charlotte. Basketball season is almost here. Thank heavens. And I want to start today's conversation. Go ahead. Hop in, Luis. Hop in.
I'm trying to like cover up my camera as best as I can because I don't want you to see just how much of a mess this hotel room is. I've got like it's two queen beds. Like one I was sleeping in, and the other one just like has all my equipment just like thrown asunder. So it's fun being out here for Charlotte. ACC Tipoff is always a good time, Mark, because you get a chance to like meet or speak with on a more intimate scale some of the players and coaches involved.
We're going to start with the Duke Blue Devils, your favorite, Luis, as a UNC alum, being a little facetious there. Here's what I don't understand. Cooper Flagg, he's going to be the top pick in the 2025 NBA draft. He is not there. Luis, I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. I don't understand why Duke didn't bring him along for the ACC tip-off event.
He's a freshman. There's your answer. Like college athletics has changed a lot, but it also has not changed in the way some things are handled. Zion, his one and only year at Duke, he did not come to the ACC tip-off. Like, this is just how things are. Instead, they're bringing two of their veteran guards in Caleb Foster and Tyrese Proctor. It doesn't surprise me too much. Cooper Flagg is going to get a lot of attention. His first game of the season, which I believe is against Maine, which is, where he's from. Once Cooper Flagg goes out and just like shows off, in one of these games early on in the season, the attention's going to be there. But for now, when trying to find out the most about this team as a whole, Caleb Foster and Tyrese Proctor make a lot of sense. They're a lot of where this Duke team goes will ride on the play of their veteran guards for sure.
When Duke had its scrimmage the other night, Luis, who did I see highlights of on my social feeds? It was Cooper Flagg. Go ahead.
It's not, I get it. Like, he is the draw, but there are other players, there are players on the team. You can make the case, right, that it's not like the best marketing strategy or whatever it might be.
And that's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is not a knock on Caleb Foster or Tyrese Proctor. It's not. I think Proctor has a future as a pro. I think he's very good, and I think he's going to take a step up in a more expanded role for the Blue Devils this year. But he's not who I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the dude who is crossing up and finishing over AD in Team USA practices, is on the floor with LeBron, not just holding his own, showing out, Luis. So it's like when Duke plays Boston College or Clemson later this year, he's not going to be concerned who he's going up against because he did it against the best of the best in Team USA this summer.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. Cooper Flagg is going to be marvelous. I'm so excited to watch him play basketball this year. But they're going to protect him because he's a freshman.
From what?
And that's just how it is. They're not going to. That is why he is not at ACC Tipoff. That's all it is.
I get it. And I'll say this too. So Duke wants to bring the two guys in who couldn't knock off NC State not once but twice, ACC tournament and the NCAA tournament. Luis, I'll say it, but that's what I'm thinking, not just from the casual fan standpoint, but also if you're a hardcore Duke Blue Devils fan. Like, I want to know as much as I can about this guy, Cooper Flagg. Again, it's going to be the top pick. There's a lot of excitement. When the AP poll comes out, what is it, later this week or next week, Luis, you're a voter now.
I am a voter.
Duke's going to be what, top 3, if not top 2?
Oh, I imagine Duke's going to have all of the preseason hype for sure. I mean, with all the talent they have and everything. I believe the preseason poll is going to come out next week. But yeah, no, I mean, it once again, though, when it comes back to the question of why is Cooper Flagg not at the ACC tip-off, it is because of what the ACC tip-off serves. Like, Duke releases so much of its own content. I don't think they're too worried about getting Cooper Flagg's name out there more, because once the season gets here, it's going to be the Cooper Flagg show all the time. Yeah. It's hard to it's hard to make comparisons to Zion and his season that he had at Duke and just how much focus and attention was on him. But it's going to be in that same vein.
Well, Zion was a different prospect because I remember the hype really started when we saw a locomotive freight train take off from the free throw line before the season started. It was in one of the pre-practice or preseason events, like one of the scrimmages. And it was like, how can a dude of that size and stature move like that, Lewis? And that it all took off from there. It took off from former President Barack Obama sitting at the games, and the cheapest ticket you could get to Cameron Indoor Stadium was $3,000 for that Duke Carolina game, Lewis.
It's well, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it is going to be Cooper Flagg's world, and we will just be living in it. But for now, Duke wants to put the attention and focus on some of the more veteran players, which it is what it is.
I got one more for you, Lewis, and we'll hop off here. Duke has another freshman we're both really excited about as well.
Yeah, no, it's hold on. I'm gonna pull up his name, and I'm gonna do the pronouncer into the microphone.
Excellent.
Because I'm gonna butcher it and it's one of these things I'm still practicing. Ready?
Khaman Maluach, freshman. I'm from South Sudan, Rumbek.
Maluach, I believe. 7'2" center. Very talented, very skilled as well. He was playing with the South Sudan, I believe.
Yeah, and they almost knocked off Team USA before the Olympics started.
Yeah, there are a lot of reasons to be very excited about this Duke men's basketball season. And also just like one of the things too, looking at that with Maluach being at 7'2" and Cooper Flagg and all the different new players they're bringing in, whether it be the grad transfers or the freshmen, there is length and size all over the place. Like, this Duke team is going to play suffocating defense just based on the anatomy of the players alone. So that's going to be really interesting to see how, he ties into all this, and it's so interesting when you compare it to what Duke had last season, right? Which is they were missing out on rim protectors. Really, they had Kyle Filipowski and they had Ryan Young. And that was about it when it came to people who could protect the paint, protect the rim. They missed Derek Lively a whole heck of a lot last season. Now they're going to have plenty of that rim protection. So Duke's defense is honestly, I think, going to be one of the more fun basketball things you see going on in Durham this year.
Maluach is going to be a lot of fun to watch. He moves like a gazelle. They can play inside, outside, outside, inside. It's positionless basketball. And like, if no one's seen a highlight tape of his, the skill set he has for a player of his size, I'm not saying he's Victor Wembanyama, but it reminds me of some of the things that a guy of that size we're just not accustomed to seeing.
Wemby's an alien, but the fact that people can even be in conversations, it's very exciing.
He's going to be a top pick too. Maluach will be top 5, maybe a top 10. He'll be a lottery pick. It'll be a lot of
everything you're seeing so far, like as long as that carries over to his freshman year at Duke, it's going to be a very fun time for the Blue Devils this season.
All right, Lewis, that's a wrap for this episode of WRAL Triangle and 2. If you haven't checked it out already, we're also going to have ACC tip-off previews for both UNC and NC State. So check that out. Check out Lewis's work too over on WRALSportsFan.com. A lot of one-on-one interviews. Lewis, if there's anything I'm missing, the floor is yours.
Yeah, the women's basketball teams for NC State, UNC, and Duke spoke on Tuesday. And then UNC women's will be speaking on Wednesday as well. So we have plenty of good content. Some of the things they talk about, I spoke one-on-one with Sanaya Rivers. It's going to be really interesting. NC State women's coming off of a Final Four run, and then Duke almost upsetting UConn in the Sweet 16, and UNC has a lot of changes as well. So between the men's and the women's teams, it's going to be a really fun season of basketball in the Triangle, Mark.
Hey, we need it after what we've seen in football, Lewis. So he's Luis Fernandez in the Queen City, Charlotte for ACC Tipoff. I'm Mark Bergin. Thanks for watching WRAL Triangle.